That's better. Hey everybody, and welcome to week 5 on my fitness blog. I have a lot of really good things to report this week, so I'm very excited. I suppose the first thing I should report is I'm actually doing this on a Saturday, as opposed to a Monday, Tuesday, or even a Wednesday. So I'm going to try and get these out every single Saturday from now on. The second thing to report is that I finally managed to get my weight down to 111.6 kilograms. So I was aiming, if you recall from last week, my weight had actually gone up. So I was trying to get it back down to 112.4, I think is what I was aiming for. And I managed to get it all the way down to 111.6. Now I'm still behind my projected target. So that would have been, or that is 111 for this week. But I've gotten much closer to it now than I thought I would get. So I have a lot of work to do for next week if I want to reach 110, but we'll talk about that. I suppose the other good things I can report is that I reached my target in relation to those smaller evening meals. So again, if you recall from last week, I think part of my problem was I was eating far too big of an evening meal, and I know I needed to make that much smaller for a long time. So focusing heavily on that, trying to make sure that I made each of those meals small and limited, certainly I think contributed towards getting there. So I did that at least 5 times this week, maybe 6, I can't recall, but at least 5, and I'm happy with that. So I can continue to build on that momentum. Running went very, very well. I managed to get up to 7 minutes, which is again what I was aiming for. I've changed some of my running days a bit, so I didn't quite actually add another minute on. It was actually only 40 seconds. But I did go running 3 times, and I'm very happy with that. And indeed, I went to the gym 6 times this week. So again, that was one of my targets from last week. I wanted to make sure that I got all my weights days in, and I got all 3 weights sessions done. So I'm very, very proud of that. So next week, I have no excuse. I'm going to go for 6 times again in the gym. I did it last week, so I'm going to try and keep some momentum going with that if I can. As regards to the jogging, again, I'm just going to add 1 minute onto it and try and get it up to 8 minutes. With the cross trainer, I tried something different last week. I tried to add intervals, and I think I managed to get up to 5 or 6 on one of the days. So that was the first time I was doing that, and I tried again this week, and I did not get anywhere near that. I actually found it very, very difficult to the point that I was feeling a little unwell doing it, and I'm not ready to push myself to that point. So I decided that I would just incrementally add an interval per week, and so I did just 3 intervals plus the remainder of my time in a cross trainer as normal this week. And for next week, I'm going to go for 4, and I'll just do that for 3 times a week, and then I'll keep on adding them. I'm not in any great rush here, so I don't mind that it takes me a little bit longer. I'd rather maintain confidence in being able to always go back and do something, even if it's not as much as I want to do. I think for me, the most important thing, the goal here in relation to the gym is to go. I'm not too worried about pushing myself beyond my limits at this point. So I'm going to aim for 110 in the weight. That's a drop of 1.6, which is a lot, but I think that is doable this week. And then I may end up just returning to or leveling off back to about a kilogram a week drop. But hopefully, anyway, if I manage to get that 110, I'll be back in line with my projected targets. So with 5 evening meals made small last week, I want to make sure I get the 6 this week, which will be great. So again, I'll keep focused on that and make sure that I don't binge eat after my small meal. And of course, going to the gym 6 times means I should be able to get 3 weights training sessions in. So we'll see how that goes. Special thanks to my brother Cormac. Hey Cormac, thanks very much for the advice in relation to weights training and and general prep for the gym. No doubt I'll have more questions for you later, but thanks very much for that. As always, thanks to everyone for all the Facebook likes and the very positive comments again. I very much appreciate them. Again, they very much do help. I'm making myself accountable to you guys, which is why I'm doing these videos. Makes me think long and hard about staying in bed rather than getting up and going to the gym, or having that extra snack in the evening. So thanks again for all of your support, and I will see you again next Saturday. Bye.